This conference will now be recorded.
Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes because very few people only joined. Let us wait for 1 minute. Fine. So let me start. So it is 10 members only. So we are learning about prepayment invoice functionality. Yesterday I have shown prepayment invoice functionality. Let me show you quickly one prepayment invoice, one more transaction, and then we'll proceed with the next topic, matching policies. Let us next topic is matching policies. We are going to discuss. Okay, fine. So prepayment invoice functionality, let me recap. So first we'll create a purchase order and then we'll do confirmation. After that, vendor is not ready to send the material, maybe due to any reasons, that is business reasons, business scenarios. Vendor is asking like, do the payment, some payment, like some 20%, 30% or 15%, 25%, something. He's asking advance payment. But my finance department, I'm giving information to purchase department is informing to finance department like do the payment. But they will ask like, where is the invoice? Why I need to do payment? What is the proof? Without proof, I can't do payments. That is your internal policy, company policy. Then what we will do, we'll generate a prepayment invoice. We are generating a prepayment invoice. We are generating a prepayment invoice. Okay, and then we will submit this one prepayment invoice to our finance department. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry. So we'll generate prepayment invoice, and what we'll do, we'll generate invoice, and then against category item, category you are generating, and then submit to finance department. Because they have proof, then they will do the payment against prepayment invoice. Payment against prepayment invoice. Then vendor has received invoice, received payment amount, then he will dispatch material, then I will do product receipt. Next, invoice. While doing invoice, you need to apply prepayment invoice. Suppose the purchase order is, take the example 10,000, and here he is asking like $3,000, 30% advance. So 3,000 paid. 3,000 paid. Now received material, all the material. Now here we will receive invoice copy for 10,000. At this time it is updated 3,000 credit. means minus. Here also it was updated credit. A payment is done. Now you are generating invoice for 10,000 credit, but 3,000 invoice is generated already earlier. If you apply this prepayment, then 3,000 debit will be posted. Understood? Any confusion here? At the time of prepayment invoice, you are generating already 3,000 credit. It is a temporary invoice you are generating, but usually business people, they will use the word prepayment invoice. Then against that prepayment invoice, do the payment, debit. Now while applying this prepayment invoice, you need to generate invoice, because you will receive invoice copy for 10,000. Agree? Any confusion? We'll receive 10,000 invoice, am I right? Then we are applying this prepayment invoice, then automatically it will become 7,000. So let me show you this one in the system. Yesterday we did it. Let me show you one more time, because this is little bit lengthy steps. That is the reason I'm showing you once again. You need to practice, and you need to practice, and you need to come back to me if you have any doubts. Okay, let me create one purchase order, accounts payable. So I will do one thing. I will create one vendor and I will show you for the clear picture so that you can understand easily. So 1015 is there, 1014 it is gap. Let me create 1014. I'm entering. Okay, suppose Radha Shyam Enterprises. Radha Shyam Enterprises, it is name. The vendor group, customer group, sorry, vendor group, I need to map. A map. Okay, save. Fine. So vendor is created. For this vendor, if you verify the transactions, it is blank. It's blank. So now we can understand, we can clearly understand what is going on in this process. So let me create a purchase order. Let me take duplicate tab. I'm creating a purchase order. I'm creating a purchase order, accounts payable module. Collapse all purchase orders, all purchase orders. Click on new button. I hope everyone is practicing. Okay, if you are practicing at that time, if you are facing any challenges, let me know. So 1014 I'm selecting Radha Shyam Enterprises. I'm selecting site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item number. Suppose item 1000 we are purchasing. So 10 quantity at the rate of 1000 I am purchasing, suppose it is created. So now if you verify vendor transactions, it will not show anything because we have not posted any financial postings. It was created purchase order. Because of that, it will not affect anything. Now let me do a confirmation. Now customer, like vendor is asking like payment. So for that, what we are doing, prepay and prepayment. You are clicking on prepay area page, purchase tab, prepay area page, prepayment button, 30% advance. So percentage, I have entered 30%, then automatically it is 3%. So against, for which purpose we are selecting category item. Usually the relevant category you need to map it, whatever it is, categories. So for tuners, for printer, something, whatever it is, click OK and click save. Okay, now prepayment entered, prepayment is entered. Now you can go to invoice tab. If you want to modify, you cannot modify. Look at this one, modification will not be allowed. You cannot modify once it is done. Okay, you can amend something. Suppose if you don't want, you can delete this one, remove prepayment. That is also available. Fine, that is for correction. If you want, you can delete. Now I'm doing invoice tab, generate area page, prepayment invoice button. So invoice number you need to enter, something, and invoice date you are entering. Okay, now you know, like the total amount advance payment 3000. This is our internal document only. Vendor has not given any document. We are generating for our internal accounts department. So invoice is generated. Now if you verified the vendor transactions, one invoice is generated. To be frankly, whether you have received any invoice from the vendor, no, but it is showing here, because this is why we have generated this invoice copy for my internal finance department proof, so that they can do advance payment. let me take duplicate. Now I will submit this invoice copy. I will take a printout, invoice copy, payment invoice, and I will submit to the finance department. Then finance department, what they will do, they will do the payment. Accounts payable, collapse all, payments, payment journal, vendor payment journal. So click on new button, select the vendor payment, click on lines button, so is Sirisha joined?
Yeah,
Actually
yes, sir.
skipping. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Here. So now what we are doing, we are selecting the vendor account 1014 Radhashyam Enterprises. Now you can click on settle transactions. Now the invoice already generated, prepayment invoice for 3000 it is showing here. Select mark, click OK. Okay, now it is showing here. So let me select the bank, offset account type bank, offset account type bank, and generate payments checks. So the check number, you cannot enter manually. It is not possible. You need to click on generate payments and click OK. Then this is the check number. Click OK. So the check number is automatically filled here. Check number will be filled here. So first time, as I told you, check generation, first time it will take much time. Second time onwards, it will be faster, because the connections between internal technical task means X++ language with the print format related, it will take some time. SSRS and SSAS will be the technical terminology is discussing each other. X++ is the code and SSRS is the report format. These two connections will be established first time. Second time it will be faster because already generated. Let it be processed. So now it is generated check number. Now I'm doing post. So if you verify the vendor transactions, it will show you debit and credit. It is posted. Okay, the invoice it was posted. Debit and credits. Fine. It is. So one is debit, one is credit, because this is prepayment invoice settled and payment done. Okay, internally it was debit and credit posted. Now, so the total balance is 0 now. If you verify the vendor balance, it is showing 0. Actually, in reality, we have paid 3,000 advance. We have paid 3,000 advance, but balance is showing as 0 because we have internally generated invoice copy. Fine. Now, let me go back. Give me a second. So let me show you these transactions. First 4 transactions, it is pending. It is settled. Payment versus prepayment versus payment, it was settled. Okay, now I'm doing product receipt because vendor has received money. So purchase receive tab, generate area page, product receipt button. So product receipt, date, material received, click OK. So product receipt is updated. Now if you verify the voucher transactions, there is no change because for vendor there is no impacts. For product receipt there is no impact, it will be the same. Now I'm doing invoice, generate invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. Okay, it is showing a warning message. It is telling like you have prepayment invoice already generated, apply that one. That's what it is giving hint. Okay, I'm applying now prepayment invoice. I'm applying prepayment invoice. Give me a second. Actions, apply prepayment. Selecting this one and apply prepayment. Now, if you apply prepayment, what happens? 10,000 minus 3,000 it was posted. These two are updating. Okay. Now update mass status. You need to enter vendor invoice number, date, update mass status. It is passed. Okay. Fine. Now you can click on post. Now look at this one. If you verify invoices, if you verify the invoices, now look at this one, 10,000 it was generated, but if you verify the voucher, you verify the voucher, the voucher is not showing. You know the reason where it is available? The voucher is not showing. Where I have to go? The simple straightforward.
General ledger, periodic tasks and subledger general entries not a transfer.
Yeah. So general ledger, periodic task, subledger journal entry is not a transfer. Okay, now we can transfer this one. Let me transfer all these things. Now, if you verify the voucher, you need to understand this voucher. This is most important because maybe whenever if you are facing interview, suppose they may ask like, what is the postings? So 10,000 balance, vendor balance, it is earlier we know like cost of material invoice account data to vendor account credit. Am I right? This one you know. Any doubt in this? This one you know already. And product receipt, actually at the time of product receipt, so here accrual account and cost of material received account will be posted, that you know. Now 3,000 earlier prepayment, whatever it was posted at that time, vendor will be credited, now vendor will be debited. That's what you need to remember. Interviewer may ask like whether it is 7,000 will be posted or 10,000 will be posted. So the new invoice will be posted 10,000 only. Earlier 3,000 whatever it was credited, invoice, vendor invoice, it will be debited. That's what you need to be very much clearly explained to the interviewer. Understood? Because at the time of invoice, prepayment invoice, it is already posted. Look at this one. So vendor account will be credited at the time of prepayment invoice and prepayment account will be posted. So where is this prepayment means? Where is this prepayment means? So in the postings, we know like postings where it is available, where inventory management, setup, posting or inventory item groups. This you know, am I right? We have discussed a lot. Any confusion to anyone? We know this one, am I right? It's postings. So the first one it will show some errors, but second one it will show properly. Okay, here in the purchase order fast tab, here you will find prepayment 132190. That's what it is posted. This is extra because at the time of prepayment invoice it should be posted. Now you can see the same thing from posting also. If you go to posting, it will show you in a different manner. The way of representation is different. That's it. So if you go to purchase order, then if you go here prepayment, you will find prepayment. Any confusion here? Is it clear to everyone? Okay, you need to remember this 3000 credited at the time of prepayment invoice. That 3000 will be reversed at the time of invoice. This is prepayment invoice. This is prepayment invoice. Now at the time of invoice, this will be reversed. Credit will be posted debit. Vendor account, it will be posted debit. That's what you need to be very much clear. And I mean to say, you need to explain to the opposite person whether it may be a interviewer or it may be a business people. So it is vendor account debited now.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Sir, can we post only a single prepayment invoice or any one or two multiple invoices?
We can do multiple prepayment invoices also if you want really.
Okay, at the end it will post only single entry, the whatever the remaining entries were debited, right?
Yeah. So see, I will show you the question. So while doing multiple also possible. Let me create a new purchase order. Let me show you so that you can understand what exactly. There are multiple options inside. So I'm creating a new purchase order once again. First, let me show you the transactions here. The transactions, if you refresh, it will show you one more 3000 and 10,000. One more 3000, 10,000. So the total balance is 7,000. Is it clear? First, for this time being, it's clear. Am I right? So if you want, you can verify the balance because it is 7,000 only. Pending, it will show you 7,000 only. If you go to the balance amount, now multiple, how to do it? Next question. Let me show you first balance. It is 7,000. Okay, fine. Now I will create new purchase order. I'll create new purchase order for 1014, the same Rajni Enterprises, something. I'm selecting site. Okay, I'm selecting warehouse. Click OK. Now selecting the item, same. Suppose 5 quantity now. And 1000. For easy calculation, I'm entering 1000. Okay, now I'm doing confirmation. Give me a second, it is processing. So I'm prepayment. Suppose 10% advance I'm paying. So I'm selecting fixed amount or percentage. You can enter whatever the way you want. Suppose percentage I'm mapping 10%. So out of 5,000, 500 is the advance payment. Now I'm selecting the same, like whatever the item is there. You can select any item. There is no issue here. Something like computers, toners, anything is fine, no issues. The relevant information you are going to select. Click save. So I'm generating prepayment invoice. Go to invoice tab, prepayment invoice. So I'm generating prepayment invoice. Date, generated, posting. 500 invoice generated. Now vendor is not happy. I don't want 10%, I want 20%, or I want 15%. You are generating only 10%, I don't accept. I want 15%. vendor is demanding like, no, it is what I thought initially 10,000, like 10% is enough. Now he is asking like, no, I wanted 15%. Then we have option to increase that one, but we cannot decrease. So you can change it to 15%. Click save. So it will generate one more. If you want, you can go to invoice tab and you can generate prepayment invoice. Already 250, 500 it is generated. Now it will generate for 250, one more prepayment invoice. So that's what you are asking, right? Multiple prepayment invoices.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can do it. So now it is for 250 remaining. You cannot decrease, but you can increase. Is this Mogis?
This is Ishak.
Ishak, okay, fine, good. The same number it will not allow you, you know that one. Duplicate it will not allow you, so I have entered number. Subdate post. And I can do the payment.
Okay.
Okay, so you can play with the system with the multiple options. And if you are if you have any thoughts, you can write down in the WhatsApp group. We have a group, am I right? In that, raise your concerns, raise your questions, as many as possible.
Sure.
Okay, fine. So you can remaining process, you know, am I right? You can do
Yes.
invoice payment and then you can do the settlement process. So now it will show you two invoices. If you go to transactions, it will show you one is 500 prepayment invoice, another one is 250 prepayment invoice. While applying prepayment, you can apply only one, or you can apply two, or you can apply only either one. You can do whatever the way you want. Combinations also possible. Okay, so only one thing you need to practice and try to face challenges. See, initially I'm explaining so many things. In implementation or in your experience, you will not have any person to help you. You need to explore yourself and you need to think many scenarios. Maybe out of 10 scenarios, I may be explaining 3-4 scenarios or 5 scenarios. And you need to think different scenarios a lot, because see, based on my earlier experience, I have implemented around 4-5 projects and around like some 20-30 clients I have given support. With that questions, whatever I have knowledge, I'm explaining to you. So the same challenges you may not face. You may face different challenges in your real life. Okay, you need to think what the customer will, the way how it is, the questions may be. Okay, so try to get more challenges. And one more thing, whenever you are doing practice, you can set like that, like here, suppose you are doing prepayment D365. So you will find some blocks, some questions. Like a Dynamics user group will come. Like now it is not coming. Prepayment, something invoice not generating. Something I'm creating blindly. Then you will find some communities and try to explore this one. What is the issue he is asking? This is the way of learning always. Related topic. So he will ask some question and some people will respond. And try to understand all these things. And remember, this everything is not maybe correct or not. It may be green checkbox it will show. Green checkbox means Microsoft has confirmed this is perfect, and yellow some it will show you yellow. Yellow means partially correct. Understood? While going through these documents, blocks, you are going to blocks, then some areas it will show you green checkbox. Green checkbox means perfect. Microsoft has confirmed the solution is correct. And it is sometimes it is yellow. Yellow means it is partially correct. If it is nothing here means it may be wrong, it may be correct. Don't trust on this one. But this will help you a lot to understand the issues at least. Okay, Microsoft is giving badges. This guy has so many badges, means explanation is a little bit more perfect. But even though whether it is correct or not, it is not given any green checkbox here. Here it is not, green checkbox is not there. That means it is not 100% perfect. But you try to understand like these issues, then your knowledge will be keep on increasing. So at any point of time, you have to have at least 10-15 questions in your mind. So I too have my own questions. So I'm not 100% expert. I may be expert in 90% or 95%. If I'm speaking like 100% expert means I'm a fool. Okay, so we need to learn every day. Every day you are learning, because one person cannot learn in one day entire process. Slowly your knowledge is increasing. If you are facing more challenges, you are getting more knowledge. If you are facing more challenges, you are getting more knowledge. That's what you need to target. Okay, fine. And one more thing, see, we have a group of around 16 to 18 members. Okay, then try to make a friendship between one person to another person, at least similar mindset, and mutually try to call each other. Try to call each other and try to speak. At least you can ask questions or try to answer questions by opposite person. So if you make at least every day 15-20 minutes or half an hour, if you are discussing with your colleague something, that will be because see, why I'm telling this one, whether I have discussed with you or not, I don't want to I want to give you one small hint here. So in long back, almost 18 years back, I am also learning one course, not this dynamics, some other course, because my career started like 3-4 years back. I have started career. Still I want to increase my knowledge, so I joined in one course content. Then the faculty has explained every day 1 hour, 2 hours, almost to 2.5 months or 3 months over, that the session is over. Then I gathered students whoever is joining that sessions. I asked them to join. So in that batch it is around 30-40 members, but 4-5 members are interested to come back to institute. They are coming. At that time there is no online sessions, it is only physical. So we gathered in the institute in some places. Then I asked one person, explain me about this topic. So he started explaining, and after 2 minutes he is silent. Then I asked him, Srihari, what happened? No sir, I did not, I'm not able to recollect. So here from last 3 months, every day minimum 1 hour or 1.5 hour faculty has explained. Means almost 100 hours or 150 hours he has explained, and you are not able to speak in 2 minutes. Why are you, how you are expecting like a job from this course content? You cannot get a job. Then that is happened on Friday, and Monday morning he came with red eyes, very big red eyes. He came. What happened, Srihari? His name is Srihari really. What happened, Srihari? Then he told like, see, my father is not in a position to spend money. Okay, his family situation. So this guy has worked as a like some faculty from last 2 years, and he is earning 2 months 2,000 every month, and 1,000 he is giving to his father, and 1,000 he is saving. So total amount is 25,000 he collected from last 2 years, and he came to Hyderabad from his local small town, and now almost 18,000 19,000 is over from last 3-4 months because of this training and accommodation and everything. At that time it is little bit cheaper, now it is very costly. So he can manage up to 2 months only. After that he don't have alternative, he need to go back to hometown. He don't have money, his father also not in a position to pay. Then he realized, I'm not able to speak. Whatever you want you can speak, that's what I told, but he is not able to speak. Then it is very difficult for him to get a job. Forget about the interview questions, try to speak about the application, what you learned. He is not able to. Then he realized and he learned, and he went to USA and he earned more than 1 crore, and he settled a very like a safe zone, right? So my intention is here, if you are speaking, then only you can understand how much knowledge you have. You need to speak, whether you need to answer, whether you need to question. So to do these things, you have plenty of people now in our group, am I right? Around 16 to 18 members are there. Try to make friendship, your wish, and try to call each other for 10 minutes 15 minutes. Try to speak, try to you can initiate yourself. Maybe some mistakes will happen in the very first, like whenever you are like walking, whenever you are standing in the early stage of 2 years 3 years, can you learn directly? You stand up and you fell down, stand up, fell down, am I right? Everyone will be the same. So no one will stand and like run in very fast like giraffe. As soon as it is born, it has to run, there is no alternative, otherwise lions and tigers will be catch and eat. So giraffe will run immediately as soon as it is born. But for us, for a human being, for man and woman, so our child, girl, boy, we cannot run, am I right? Mother will feed us. In the same manner, you need to slowly to speak with opposite person. You need to speak, then only you can learn this application. Speaking. Maybe first initially it may be wrongs. Leave it. Try to make friendship with one person, at least 1-2 persons, and try to call each other for 10 minutes 15 minutes. Try to speak what till now whatever the faculty has explained, try to understand. Okay, is it really helpful to you, team?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So one person cannot be perfect at any point of time. Okay, I may be correct at 95%, maybe I may do mistakes, I'm also not perfect. So 100% perfect means no one will be 100% perfect. It is practice makes man perfect or woman perfect. Okay, fine, let me go back. So this prepayment invoice functionalities, whatever I have shown, it may be 2-3 scenarios. You may have many scenarios if you Google by like this. Something, try to make some topic, and otherwise sometimes you can enter like this Dynamics AX. Then it will show you 2012 issues, something else, and try to understand what is the error it is explaining, what is the question he asked, and what is the solution it was proposed or something. You can go through like this. Okay, so try to explore yourself and try to make sure like the topics whatever it was covered. Okay, so whether I have explained check returns and deposit slip cancellation, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And whether I have explained PDC?
No, sir.
No. So I need to cover PDC. Okay, just at least topics, whether you remember, that's good. Okay, try to make yourself as a notes, one notebook, one by one topic, some explanation points, at least 3-4 points. One topic, 3-4 points. One topic, 3-4 points, so that you can recollect whatever it is there. in a notebook at around 20 pages, 30 pages, 20-30 pages notebook, try to purchase, or 100 pages notebook, and try to write down what are the topics you learned, and high level picture, whatever it is you, and in your mindset, whatever it is there, try to make a note in the notebook. Then you will try to recollect what is the like topics you have learned. Suppose this one, what are the sequence steps? I'm writing down here in this one. In your notebook, write down, try to recollect, and try to speak the same thing with your friend, colleague. Okay, I think you will start from today at least. Okay, there are many topics you need to learn. We have learned around 30, 40% something only. There are so many topics you need to learn. Okay, so practice is more important, and you need to speak with the opposite person. Two, one is you need to practice, and that practice will help you in your mind to record. And if you are speaking with the opposite person, it will be recollecting and it will be expressing to the opposite person. These two are required. Fine. Okay, so most probably next topic I will discuss with you about PDC. There are two things, PDC, what it is. Okay, fine. Let me go back, continuation. So we understood about prepayment invoice. Now let us understand here matching policies. Today I will discuss with you a high level picture, and I will show you tomorrow in detail.
Sir, I have a question here, sir.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Sir, we have created prepayment against the liability ledger only. Can I have a separate advance ledger for the prepayment and reconcile at the time of invoice? Because some companies do have separate advance ledger when they make the advances.
Okay, so you want advance payment, like it should be instead of liability, you want like
Advances.
asset?
Yes,
Advances.
yes, sir.
Fine. So there are two things. One is here. So whether you want to do prepayment invoice or directly payment directly, which one you want?
Generally, as you said, because without prepayment invoice, the finance team will not make the advance payment. So I have to create a prepayment advance in that case.
Fine. Two scenarios I will explain you here. Okay, let me show you. Save setup parameters. So in this settlement, ledger sales tax. So here during prepayment invoice, you are selecting the posting profile. Okay, here if you go inside posting profile, this is prepayment invoice, and if you want separate ledger account, you can map as a separate ledger account. Got it? So regularly it is a liability. Look at this one. Regular posting, it is a liability. Now we have mapped advance payment. Agree? Moise, sorry.
Yeah,
Moise.
yeah, sir. I got, sir.
Got it? So
Yes,
for
sir.
this, you need to set up in the separate account, prepayment invoice profile. Okay, in the
Okay,
same
sir.
manner, if you are doing directly payment, you can map like this. Means I can do payment directly. Let me show you. So I'm doing payment without invoice. Suppose without invoice, your finance team is okay to do the payment. Suppose that is also possible, am I right? Like finance team is not very much keen about prepayment invoice. Suppose they are asking, if I'm giving instructions, they are like, I'm a finance department, sorry, I'm into purchase department, I'm giving instructions, so they are accepting and they are doing payment directly. That is also possible, am I right? In business scenario.
Yeah, based on the purchase order, they can release the payment.
Yeah, so while doing this one also, select, go to lines, Now selecting the vendor 1014. Okay, you can go to payment tab. You can select prepayment in journal voucher. Then it will change to, okay, 1 minute. Give me a minute. So this is including sales tax, it will not take. Let me remove this including sales tax. Give me a second. It is, I have added total lines. We have option to change this one also. Sorry, not. Give me a minute. Okay, you can go to prepayment, payment. So you can apply this one. Then it was changed to prepayment, PRE. So we have 3 posting profiles. Look at this one. So one is at the time of prepayment invoice, I have mapped a different account. And at the time of prepayment, directly payment, I can map different accounts. If you want really at this time also different accounts, you can map. This is normal posting. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So that is available in the parameters, in accounts payable parameters, ledger and sales tax. This is directly payment journal. At that time, if I want this one, you can use it. And this is at the time of invoice, prepayment invoice. This is prepayment invoice. This is only prepayment. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you can use, this is regular posting profile. This is only payment. At that time, I want different posting profiles. Whatever the ledger accounts, you can map inside. And this is prepayment invoice.
Prepayment. Okay.
Okay, these are the setups.
Okay. Okay. Sir, then one more thing you said in the earlier transactions, when I settle the prepayment transactions, my ledger balance will be 0. Actually, then my financials is not correct, no, sir?
Yes, wrong. I agree with you, but we don't have a solution. This is, you are talking about this 3,000 first transaction, am I right?
Yeah, 3,000. Yes.
So actually we did payment, but actually it should show advance payment as 3,000, but it is showing 0 balance. That's what your question,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is a product limitation because we are generating invoice. Actually, we are not received invoice. Am I right?
Yeah,
We are not
correct.
received.
We are not,
We are generating internally. That is the reason we don't have any solution for that. It will show you 0 only.
because if the companies are making huge advances, if they generate a report, it will not be right.
It will not right. Agree with you totally, but we don't have any product solution. It is a product limitation because you are generating temporary invoice. In that case, you need to use this function, which I told you now, like
Payment.
do the payment directly without any invoice.
Okay. Okay.
Then it will show you advance payment properly.
Okay,
This is
sir.
completely depending upon your business. Your means client business.
Yeah.
If they are strictly following like I want invoice at any point of time, because sometimes what happened, like this purchase department unnecessarily will ask do the payments to the different vendors without any proofs. Understood?
Yes. Yes. Sir.
So we have not received. So that is depending upon the business to business. You need to take decisions whether you need to use this one prepayment invoice or advance payment.
Advance
This one.
payment.
This
So in
is
that
regular.
case, if my financials to be properly triggered, I have to use payment option rather than prepayment option.
Exactly right. Exactly.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Fine. So I know like for few people, it may not be grasping properly. Means you may not understand for few people. Don't worry. Whenever you are facing challenges, you will understand. You need to remember these things. Like there are general posting and payment, advance payment posting and prepayment invoice posting. If you remember these 3, that is enough. Whenever you are facing customer, whenever the client facing, at that time you will face challenges, then you will realize what exactly this one. You can recollect. Everyone. Okay, fine. Any more questions, please? Any more questions? Fine. If no more questions, then I will discuss with you tomorrow. One is like matching policies. Matching policies I need to discuss. Next one is PDC. Next topic PDC. Okay. Then we'll go to general ledger module. In general ledger, there are some more topics I need to discuss with you slowly. Okay. Fine. So try to make open Excel file and try to make what are the topics it was covered till now. What are the topics it was covered? What is whatever I have explained, on which date, what topic I have explained. Make a document, one Excel file, and each day wise you can write down, so that you can understand what are the topics it was covered. And from today onwards, try to start speaking with the opposite person, any of the your person, like any of the your friend. You can make friendship and try to speak. Okay. I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 8 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.